invitations are out. The website is up. The YouTube stream is prepped. The Ted Lasso biscuits are most assuredly baked. I'm Rene Ritchie. Thanks Ting for sponsoring. And yes, finally, Apple's September 2021 event is a go. And I'm gonna have a ton, just a metric ton of videos going up right after the event. So hit that subscribe button and bell, and I will share with you a biscuit. Now, the invitation shows a lake set between two mountains, maybe Tenaya Lake in Yosemite. It's dawn, maybe dusk, but all pink and cyan, like cyberpunk dusk. And there's the outline of an Apple logo, just dead center, glowing like neon. Now, I'm going to attempt to read these tea leaves like they're the plot to Avengers 5, but it's important to remember that Apple marketing never actually tells the graphic design department what's happening at the event. They just hand them a spec for the visuals. So like, they don't say we're putting portrait mode in the iPhone 7. They just say, do bokeh. Bokeh? Or we're gonna have the iPhone 11 in a taste the rainbow of Skittle-like colors. They just say Apple logo, but in these translucent layers. In other words, it's better to think big themes rather than specific Easter eggs, which are only ever really evident in hindsight. So this probably isn't the big reveal of the revolutionary new Portal device Craig Federighi was testing in plain sight back at WWDC, just to mess with Captain Disillusion. It's not Aperture freaking science or something. I mean, it could just be an extra piece of art left over from one of the crack marketing team's VW van rides through the California wilderness, and it was either use it as an extra macOS dark mode desktop or this. Because it doesn't look like Monterey, and Apple typically does Mac events in October, not September anyway. But I have another idea, which I'll get to with the tagline in just a second. And of course, it wouldn't be an Apple event if people didn't immediately jump on the fact that they used an AR experience in the invites to suggest that we'll be having virtual and augmented reality, mixed reality devices, finally. In other words, the Apple TV-like VR headset or Apple Watch-like AR glasses. And yeah, we'll get to those eventually, but like the last year or two, sometimes a cool invite demo is really just a cool invite demo. And this one in particular is low-key Apple's best to date because you can light up a logo of your very own and then just portal right through it to see the date of the event emerge. And more on that in a cake is a lie minute. And yeah, Apple's senior vice president of marketing, Greg Joswiak, Jaws, just had to do the wickedest of Apple Park AR flexes of the demo imaginable on his Twitter. Now, the tagline this time is California Streaming, period, which could be a play on California Dreaming by the Mamas and the Papas, just with the apostrophe taken out and the G returned because Apple Style Guide. So Apple is headquartered in California, and the event will be streaming, and beyond any big updates to services like TV Plus or Apple Music Can I Get a Classical Plus, it might be just that simple. Or, and I'm just spitballing here, it could be that Apple has gotten more than a little stir crazy over the last many park events, and they want to get into the great outdoors, put Deirdre back on her paddleboard, get the kids back into the redwoods, keep climbing those Sierras. And why not? Why not use the Yosemite Vista to show off the hot new video capture capabilities and 120 hertz of Apple executives racing around Laguna Seca, or, I don't know, Marin County speeder bike playback, or Fitness Plus on the beach like I was in LA. With well over a year of experience doing these events now and months of lead time and all the new tech rumored for all the new devices this fall, it'd be almost a pity to keep it all caged up in Cupertino and not just take it out for a California victory lap. That's my quick read of the tea leaves, but let me know what you think in the comments. As for the date, September 14 is, of course, a return to the pattern Apple has been using for iPhone events for almost a decade, since the iPhone 5 in 2012, and for iPod events long before that. It's their big tentpole for the fall, the showstopper, the main eventer, which this year, just the safest bet in the industry means the iPhone 13, probably right alongside the AirPods 3 and Apple Watch Series 7, although more recent rumors about manufacturing issues suggest there may just be a limited quantity of new watches at launch, or a slightly delayed launch, like we've seen with some iPhone models over the last few years. But either way, we won't know for sure until Tim Cook starts just good morninging all the products right at us. And also on this year's Yote list, from more likely in September to less likely until October or November, are the 9th generation iPad, the redesigned iPad mini, like iPad Air mini, 14 and 16-inch M1X MacBooks Pro, M1X Mac Mini, with the M1X iMac and Mac Pro as just the longest of long shots right now. Personally though, for me, what I'm really waiting for, what I want to see is the A15 chipset, Apple's next generation custom silicon, which will be powering the iPhone 13, absolutely, but should also be the foundation of next year's M2 and maybe M2X Max, because an Apple nerd can absolutely dream. But I've got a whole entire preview video already up on all of that waiting for you, and I'll leave a link to that right in the description below the like button. But if there's one thing we do know for sure, for certain, is that none of the stuff is going to be cheap. So start saving now, because smashing your phone bill in half has just never been easier than with today's sponsor, Ting. You can get talk and text for just $10 a month, data plan starting at 15, unlimited from 45, and whether you use 2 or 20 gigabytes a month, you can find the perfect plan for you and your family on Ting. And it works with all the latest iPhones, including the iPhone 13 and Pixels and all the Galaxy Flips and Folds, pretty much anything you can stuff a SIM card in. And you can keep your existing number if you want to. Plus you get access to the best nationwide coverage in America, as well as Ting's award-winning customer service. Just go to rene.ting.com to check out the plans and see how much you can save, because it could be a lot. And because you're watching this video, you'll also get $25 off. Just click the link below or go to rene.ting.com and get $25 off. Clicking on that link really helps out the channel, and so does hitting up this playlist to see everything Apple has coming our way this fall. Just hit it up, and I'll see you in the next video.